Kayla Burbage tips it over on the right side. Schneider will set it for Mumchular. Be bumped over by Kenzie Kogan, getting the start as the defensive specialist. Middle attack, and the kill by 6'4" Zuzana Kulig from Poland.
On a spin serve, that's when the ball kind of goes right into your lap. They want that ball to float everywhere, make the Illini move around.
Kind of like knuckleball in baseball. Phelan over to Aguayo, tips it over the block attempt. Now a swing from Evie Duzema. Aguayo, after that opening attack error.
Absolutely, and there's that high volleyball IQ. She saw that Illinois was set way back there in the back row. Right behind that block was wide open for a tip, easy kill.
Phelan dumps it to the donut. And get a Phelan.
That's right, she's a big leader for this team. Really hard to read her set. She keeps her shoulders very square.
Aguayo with that Illinois serve. Stanishevska goes cross court. The dig by Kirsch. The help by Aguayo. Michigan State gets the return. Stanishevska cross court. Kirsch the dig again, but not enough room as that goes.
What is working well for them, and they're going to keep pushing those spots until the other team figures it out.
Kogan on the serve receive. Ashlyn Philpott, sophomore from Greenville, North Carolina. Bianca Mumchular, freshman from Turkey. The serve, having to take on some added duties here with an injury to junior Taylor Holdham, who's now missing her 7th consecutive match. Went undefeated in non-con play in 13 years. Overpass, and Michigan State will take the lead into the timeout. The Spartans have won here in Huff Hall. Obviously, we're very early on here, but it has been 13 years since Michigan State won a match here in Champaign. Good cover, actually long, just off her own block touch, able to get to it. Now Phelan will set it for Philpott, who finds that back corner. As Leah Schneider serves, junior from St. Charles, Illinois, transfer to Michigan State this year from South Florida. The slide as Burbage goes back behind Phelan to make it 20-20. A week ago, the win over 10th-ranked Purdue, 39 assists, 10 digs. Goes to Schneider on the serve again. Long, able to get it across the front of the net over to Mumchular, who picks up the kill to tie us again. Had quite the connection to Coach Kelsey before she went to Marquette. DeBoer over the block in the back row to the floor. That's a great dig by Stanishevska. Setting it was Kirsch for DeBoer. To the floor went Duzema, and Illinois ties it.
Cross really, really sharp. Got that ball right through that big close block.
So 1-1 here in the second set. Now 2-1.
Kelsey was coming back to Michigan State. She said that she had to make sure that she got Long back here when she heard Marquette's coach was moving down to Florida.
Taylor DeBoer now with 6 kills, 17 in this match. Duzema the attack. Phelan to Aguayo, and Aguayo finds that little soft spot.
Using the Illini's blocking hands to kind of tool that point.
Berger with the serve. Long backstab from Phelan, and the kill by Tompkinson.
That's Mumchular, Kulig, and Stanishevska. They're all playing absolutely incredible out on the outside.
Slide for Philpott.
Yeah. And that's the year before her sister started playing at Illinois, so I don't know. Could have been that sister shutting her down.
There's some crossover there. Yeah, they played against each other in 2013 as that gets tipped over. And she came in 9th in the nation in assists per set at 10.53. 12-10 here. Phelan gets a swing. Already has a couple of kills. Done by Kirsch. DeBoer, block touch. Long saves it, but it stayed to the right of the antenna.
A lot of spin on that ball. She put that cutter really, really hard. And that ball's spinning. That ball's trying to go into the ground. That's putting Illinois in a tough position to get it up.
Stanishevska almost had a solo block there. She's getting an attack and another kill. That's 7 now.
There's a little bit of a discrepancy you see there in the service errors. Very different than what we saw in the last set with Michigan State's 3 aces.
And Duzema. Phelan. Aguayo finds that. So both teams hitting a high percentage in the second set. Cam Berger the serve. Phelan, and that's Ashlyn Philpott who puts it away. Phelan, 20 assists, 2 kills, 2 digs, 2 blocks. Mumchular, a block touch. Phelan, the in close quarters back set to Kayla Burbage. Mumchular is from Istanbul, Turkey, but played club volleyball in France most recently. Played for Turkey in the U20 European Championships, as well as the U19 World Championships. Stanishevska, and that is her 9th kill, ties her with Mumchular for the team high.
DeBoer almost got a hand on it, but again, she just swings so high, there was no chance.
Another serve by Philpott. Schneider and Kulik combined to get it over, but a terrific serve leads to the easy kill.
They're going to need to side out right here to stay ahead.
Mumchular the serve. Phelan goes right back to Burbage, who this time finds plenty of the court. Long. Over to Mumchular. The up by Hernandez. Phelan near the table here. Hernandez from the back row, the attack. Her first kill. They've been in a kind of a rotation to start the year with Taylor DeBoer and Auburn Tompkinson, but those two players playing so well that they're getting most of the reps. As Mumchular to the sideline, popped up by Kogan. Philpott off 1 foot. Free ball for the Illini. Phelan really selling that she might swing there, and then makes the pass to Aguayo.
Using the hands, using the seams, using those open spots on the court. Phenomenal job identifying those places.
Yeah, Chris Thomas talking about Aguayo said it's tough to envision a lineup that when she's not in there, as many rotations as we can get.
On that seam, put the ball away, just like we've expected from her this whole game.
Phelan off there with Burbage, wasn't at her spot yet. And the pancake unsuccessful. This set a little different than what we've seen so far. Just been one tie, no lead changes. Phelan feeds Aguayo for her 12th kill.
Excuse me, Phelan placed it in her hands. She did it perfectly.
Served by Kogan. A step forward to get it was Mumchular. Now Mumchular, the attack that goes off the net and over. Aguayo waits for it and rolls it over the block. So the Sweet 16 back in 2017. Phelan. And Burbage, DeBoer. DeBoer with authority.
She wants it, she gives it her all every time she sets one up.
Give a fun note here in a moment as Stanishevska had the serve. DeBoer, the attack, nice up by Stanishevska. So she does it offensively and defensively. Does it again. Schneider. 1 foot Mumchular. Middle attack Burbage, and that's between Schneider and Stanishevska. I'd say a serving specialist in the 4th set for her first appearance.
Absolutely, and you know, not to be punny here, but that was a bolt straight through the seam.
And Aguayo rolls it over and down, and now has a new career high. Do that her players were doing on the floor. All right, 8-6 Illinois. Play resumes. The back set, and Duzema gets the kill.
Back-to-back strong servers.
So Kogan with the 3 aces today, and that is by far a career high for her. And there's Maisie's favorite thing, or one of her favorite things.
Went straight down, great kill.
13-11 Spartans as Bianca Mumchular serves it. Phelan, the back set, Philpott, and another one to the board for Ashlyn Philpott.
Putting up enough fight to let Michigan State make the errors, and that's what that is. 5th attacking error in the set.
Match point, Illinois. Way over the block, the cover by Kirsch. Phelan, the Philpott, and this match is over. Ashlyn Philpott wins it for Illinois.
Carly Greskovich to serve. Out of the middle, here's Vajagic. Point, Wisconsin. Now this one's sent into the back. Horner sets for Collier. Point, Wisconsin. And a top spin serve. Simon has to dig it, but the overpass back to Michigan. Out of the back, Jacobs. Point, Michigan. to tie it up at 9. Addie Horner, who just came in as a setter dump this time by Morgan Burke, gets Michigan the lead right back of not having a home court advantage to their detriment to have a lead early. And now here's Vajagic from the right side, ties it up at 10. Wisconsin was able to put together quite a bit of runs en route to a sweep over the Illini. Near side blocked, kept alive. Horner sets up Booth, is denied. Bump set, Simon from outside the 10-foot line. Here's Collier. On the right side is kept alive on the block. A joust won by Quest. Now on the overpass, it's Jenna Haynes who takes advantage. An overpass for Collier. Michigan has been able to take advantage. Here's Collier on the overpass. Reskovich to serve for the Wolverines. One away from 20. Horner sets for Collier out of the back row. Point Wisconsin. Simon sends this one away. Burke sets out of the middle. The swing that time by Jenna Haynes. It's Michigan to serve for Michigan in need of a long run. Horner at the net for Andrew. Point Wisconsin. Can they get a strong serve from their bench in Miley Chan? A floater, an overpass. Collier's blocked. Horner sets for Andrew. Point Wisconsin. Out on that side of the floor right now, Horner, Quest, and Simon the libero. Out of the middle, there's Carter Booth. Point Wisconsin. Una Vajagic at the service line for Wisconsin, the top of the order. Swing from the far side, the dig by Vajagic. Horner from the 10-foot line to Collier. Point Wisconsin. Vajagic at the service line, holding a 2-1 lead for Wisconsin. Burke at the 10-foot line, just gonna be a free ball over. Simon on the receiving end. Now Booth out of the middle, the power tip. Swing from the right side, there's Johnson. Vajagic keeps it alive. Collier, point Wisconsin. Horner sets Booth and doesn't have the timing, doesn't matter. Point Wisconsin. Carter Booth with her second kill of the set. Burke sets this one for Niambio, and she terminates out of the middle. Allison Jacobs, this topspin serve we've seen all afternoon so far. Horner sets for Collier, the roll shot. Burke sets back for Demetrician. Warren not able to catch up to it. Amy Collier to serve now. The set for Burke to the right side. Niambio with the swing and the kill. They were down early in set one, able to rally. Can they find something here in set two? Collier, the roll shot. Able to keep that one in play. Roll shot for Demetrician. Andrew to Vajagic. Burke out of the middle. Point Michigan. It's Jenna Haynes again out of the middle.
Making sure to get that up in this match.
Horner sets for Vajagic through the block. Both sides have been incredibly even in this match so far. Here's Quest taking advantage of the overpass at the net. Vajagic once again to serve. Set to the right side here for Johnson. Collier from the 10-foot line. Point Wisconsin. Tied up at 11.
A very competitive Wisconsin team.
The setter dump by Burke. Ties it up again at 14. Carly Greskovich to serve. Horner sets for Vajagic. Places it in the back corner. Point Wisconsin. A bit out of rotation. Quest from the left side, off the top of the block. Burke, Jacobs with the power tip, unable to find home. Here's Vajagic on the other end of that one, though, is Burke. Here's Jacobs over the block, Simon the dig in the back. Out of the back, here's Collier, places it down, point Wisconsin. Cochran to serve for Michigan. Collier on the receiving end of this one. Horner back to Collier, Quest able to recover. Booth to Collier, through the block, point Wisconsin. Horner for Madison, Quest gets the Badgers the lead back. Horner listed as a setter and a right side, so that physicality at the net is something that she can bring to the table. Swing by Jacobs over the top of the block. There's Chan to keep it up in the air. Bump set from Horner. Collier from the 10-foot line. Burke back to Jacobs, the power tip. Chan diving for the dig. Collier. Another diving dig on the other side by Cochran. Out of the back, there's Demetrician. Bump set for Simon. Off the top of the block is Mimi Collier. Hits the Badgers to 23. The top spin serve once more. Horner sets for Collier. Point Wisconsin. A lot of connections at Miracosta on the floor today. Swing from Vajagic. Point Wisconsin. Vajagic unable to receive that one cleanly, but Warren able to get that one away. Now a free ball for Michigan. Swing, that one lands down. A point for Michigan. It's Allison Jacobs. Horner for Collier. Point Wisconsin. Perfectly in time. Sends this one away. On the receiving end, there's Demetrician. Swing by Jacobs. Finds that one down to the left side of Kristen Simon. Jacobs at the service line, and now an overpass. Demetrician detonates again. Top spin served by Jacobs. Simon there to receive. Horner to Vajagic. Jacobs on the receiving end again. Gonna have to be a free ball over. Warren, Horner, Collier out of the back, places it down. Point Wisconsin. It really has been, once you get to 15, who can come through in the clutch. Overpass by Warren, Demetrician again. Horner sets for Vajagic, the roll shot kept alive. Bump set the swing by Demetrician off the top of the block. Collier's there for it. Horner for Vajagic. Point Wisconsin. Collier on the receiving end. Horner for Quest over the top of the block. Places it down. Point Wisconsin. Vajagic with the lead back in the Badgers' direction. Swing by Demetrician. Blocked. Early celebration, but we play on. Booth, dig again by Cochran. Swing by Demetrician, blocked again by Booth. Overpass, here's Booth, places it down perfectly. Carter Booth, are you kidding me?
Lydia Johnson, she was able to get it off so that Abby Horner was able to do that.
Horner to Collier, that one well long.
So great job by Michigan.
Horner for Collier. Point Wisconsin. Either side to 15 yet. Now the middle, Niambio not quite in time. Horner to Vajagic, places that one down, and the Badgers with the lead back. Point Wisconsin. Despite losing Charlie Furbringer early from another sweep. That one blocked, but sent through. Collier over the top of the block. That one into the Michigan bench. Can they get a free ball out of it? They cannot.
Self-inflicted wounds today if they want to have a chance against number 10 Minnesota.
Bullington, past Swenson. First kill for Bullington after 15 last time out against Michigan State. Golden Gophers have taken 16 of the last 17 matchups between the two schools. Swenson over to Julia Hansen for her first kill of the afternoon. Expect to see that all game long.
And as a coach, giving trust to your young players is the best thing when it comes to their development.
Elnady rolls it over. Minnesota has been in system. Another slide attempt. Unsuccessful. Retool. Elnady's there. From the back row, a little shove over. Wagner gets it to fall. Bullington a dipping serve. Now Minnesota free ball over. Elnady smashes her first kill. Little Big Ten to Big Ten transfer. Western struggled on serve receive so far in this match. And another opportunity for Minnesota. Acevedo down the line. And for Minnesota as well. Acevedo. Naughty. To develop behind Melanie Schaffmaster, who's an excellent setter for the Golden Gophers. Hansen from the back row, little shove. Now Reed. Bashes one past the block. Minnesota somehow kept it alive. Back row attack. Hansen hammers it.
Northwestern had the momentum on that point, and Minnesota a really good.
See the back row, Elnady shifted over. Carter, far side Reed. The block has been excellent so far. Too much power.
Making huge improvements, as this whole team has. Second in service aces in the conference. They were near last in the conference last season.
Gar already with a match-high tying 4 digs, not on the 4 right now. Carter, trickery, goes over on 2. Excellent touch by the setter for Northwestern.
Beautiful stuff from Lauren Carter.
Carter and Rousseau working together last year in Tim Nolan's first season. Bullington near side, bashes one off of Gar. This match, 7th in the Big Ten, and leading Northwestern. Does lead the Wildcats in service errors, though. Overpass and no mistake from Myers.
They're going to be trying to turn things around in this one.
Gar, great serve. Bullington an opportunity. Finds it. 3 kills for Bullington. Team high for Northwestern. 4th of the match overall. Back set. Bullington gets it to fall.
Historically had very good middle blockers.
Jordan Taylor that time with her 3rd block already. A block by Myers. Wildcats can't get the ball over. 7 consecutive matches for Taylor with multiple blocks. Great up from Carter. Free ball over. Little slide poke for Myers. Last year when Northwestern played the Golden Gophers in Minneapolis. From the backside. Just an awkward play. Nice job by Paris to one-handed over. Hansen, far side, drops down. She loves the cross-court kill, especially on that sharp angle shot. Wright digs out Hansen's serve. Reed, another opportunity. Acevedo past a diving right.
Would have been a very impressive dig, but Campbell, Paris, the kill.
Swenson over to Acevedo. Set a bit too far. Dignan, bump set. Bullington blocked. Elnady defensively, keeping it alive. From the back row, roll shot. Great defense. Gar that time with the dig. Dignan now. Some great volleyball here in Evanston. And finally, Hansen finishes it off. Past Dignan in the back row. Potentially misjudged it. Acevedo serves. Right. Hansen, absolutely nothing you can do. An assist as well. She truly does everything, and she's been a huge part of this team this season, coming over from Kansas. Hansen again.